We're testing 7 of the most popular air fryers on the planet to see which one makes the best crispy chicken wings, which makes fries as good as a deep fryer, and how one add-on can sear a steak right in an air fryer. Now I know this is an outdoor cooking channel, so why am I working with air fryers? I live in the Midwest where it can get pretty cold and nasty in the winter, so to be honest, I don't cook outside 7 days a week all winter long. With 2 kids in the house, our air fryer gets a ton of use, especially in the winter, and recently ours needed to be replaced. So I wanted to know which air fryer was the best for our family, and that's how this review came about. We purchased the top selling air fryers and we had a couple sent our way to test against them. So here's the disclaimer. None of the brands featured here have paid us anything to be part of this video. The only way we make any money is if you click our links and we earn a small commission on the sale. None of the brands gave us any talking points or had any say in the tests, so our thoughts are our own and we're going to let the tests speak for themselves. Now with that out of the way, let's look at the contenders. We're testing the Ninja Foodi Flexbasket, the Instant Vortex Slim, the Ninja Max XL, the Nuwave Brio 7.25 quart, the Cosori Pro 5 quart, the Chefman Turbofry XL, and the Typhur Dome. We'll cover the stats for each air fryer in a little bit, but more importantly, I want to know which air fryer performs the best and whether the performance matches up with the price. We're testing the foods we air fry the most for dinner here at the house, and chicken wings are up first. Now, some of these air fryers have a chicken wing preset while others do not, so here's how we tested. If there's a chicken wing setting or recommendation in the user manual, we use that. If there isn't, we set the air fryer to 400 degrees for 18 to 20 minutes, since that seems to be what we've found produces a great air fried chicken wing. We picked up some value-packed chicken wings at Sam's Club and seasoned them with our favorite wing rub from the Smoke Bros website called Gun Run. It's a hot buffalo seasoning that's not too hot for Melissa and I, but it's a bit too much for the kids. Now, it's my current favorite way to buffalo chicken, and if you want to try a bottle or two, you can save 20% off your order if you use the code BBQLab20 at checkout. Now, we put about 2 pounds of chicken wings in each air fryer, covered in buffalo rub, and pushed the start button. Now, we found that the deeper basket air fryers like the Chefman, the Cosori, and the Ninja Max struggled the most with getting a consistent cook on all of the wings in spite of turning the wings partway through the cook. Even the Nuwave, which offered a second wire shelf to separate the layers, really struggled to create any crispness below the top of the top layer. The air fryers with the wider, more shallow baskets, including the Foodi, the Instant, and the Typhur, performed much better with this test. Now, the other lesson that we learned in this test is to not trust the presets. The Typhur preset really surprised us, only cooking wings for 14 minutes at 380 degrees, and while they had reached a safe temperature, they just weren't the texture we prefer for our wings. However, taking another stab at a higher temperature later on produced really delicious wings with a nice crispy browning. Now, for a test of frozen French fries, we grabbed bags of crinkle-cut fries from our local Aldi and cooked about a pound of the same fries in each air fryer. Now, if there was a French fry button or preset, we used that, but we learned very quickly that the presets probably weren't designed for the thicker crinkle-cut fries. It appears that these settings are for thin, straight-cut French fries and left the thicker crinkle-cut fries a little limp. The general takeaway is that the smaller baskets with more vertical room, they cook somewhat unevenly, while the air fryers with larger baskets, where fries don't have to sit on top of each other while they're cooking, outperform the smaller basket air fryers every time. In the Ninja Foodi, the dual zone allowed us to cook both French fries and tater tots at the same time, and at different temperatures if we wanted to, which was nice since we have kids who rarely agree on what's for dinner. Now, there are a few models that have a shake button to add an audible reminder to cooks like this to remind us to flip the fries over or shake the basket, which is a nice feature. Now, since we're an outdoor cooking and barbecue channel, it seemed only logical that we test what it's like to cook a steak in each air fryer. As the temperatures go below zero here in the Midwest, I know I don't always want to stand by the grill when there's a 30-mile-per-hour wind and a wind chill of -20, so if there's an indoor steak cooking option that works, I'm here for it. Now there's one add-on that I want to show you that really makes grilling on air fryers work, and that's these circular grates from the Grill Grate company. They're made of hard anodized aluminum, and they're designed to channel the heat that the entire grate collects to the top of the grate where your food will sit, enabling us to get grill marks using an air fryer. Now there's a 7.5-inch round size and an almost 9-inch round size, so depending on the size of your air fryer basket, you can choose the size that fits best. Now they're not that expensive, and I'll leave a link below if you want to check them out. Now you can also use the code BBQLab10 to save 10% on your purchase, making them a great gift for you or that loved one on your list that's hard to shop for. Now we tested a steak in each air fryer, and the units that had a top temperature of 450 degrees Fahrenheit performed the best with our steak. Those models were the Typhur Dome, the Cosori, the Ninja Foodi, which had some nice browning on the top in addition to the grill marks on the bottom, and the Ninja Max. Now the takeaway here for me is that you can cook a steak in an air fryer when you're in a pinch, and the Grill Grate accessory is the way that I would do it. Now the other accessory that we used was the Meter 2 wireless temperature probe, which came in handy during these tests. It's a wireless probe that you can use on a grill or in the air fryer. It tells you both the internal temperature of the meat that you're cooking, as well as the ambient temperature of the air surrounding your food, and it made this test easy. Now without it, we'd have no way to tell when the steak was done other than continually opening and closing the drawer, and the ability to know when you've hit the internal temperature you're shooting for means that we didn't overcook our steaks. So 2 thumbs up from me on the new Meter 2 wireless thermometer. Now I'll leave a link below if you're interested in checking that one out. Now bacon is another meat that I don't immediately think, wow, I'll fire up the air fryer for some bacon. But for a few of these models, it actually makes sense. There are 3 units that have a bacon setting, and I'll start with the Nuwave. There's a bacon preset which has multiple stages for the cook, but the first challenge is that you need to cut your bacon down to fit it inside the drawer. We got 4 pieces of bacon in, and it was a little undercooked for what we usually shoot for with the preset. While the Instant doesn't have a bacon preset, it does have a longer basket where we could fit 4 full strips of bacon without cutting them down, and without a preset, we were able to get the crispness we were looking for without any trouble. Now the Ninja Foodi basket is wide enough for whole strips of bacon as well, and we fit 5 strips for our test. The challenge, though, that we ran into was that the fan inside blew the bacon around during the cook, so we ended up with a mass of bacon to unravel, but it was delicious nonetheless. Now the Typhur Dome comes with a drawer that can accommodate 7 full slices of bacon, and there's a bacon preset that didn't disappoint. Now while we can disagree about the chicken wing preset, we wholeheartedly agree with the preset for bacon on the Dome. Now using the app Decibel X on my phone, we tested the decibel readings for each of these air fryers while they were operating. The quietest of the group was the Instant Vortex Slim with a max reading of 58.2 decibels. The Cosori and the Typhur were just barely on its heels, and all 3 of those air fryers kept things pretty quiet. Now the other 4 were several decibels louder when operating, with the Chefman being the loudest with a max reading of 65.2 decibels. So now that you've seen how they each performed in our testing, let me answer a few questions you may still have on each of these units. The Ninja Foodi Flexbasket is up first. It weighs 17 pounds and has a footprint of just over 18 inches wide, almost 12 inches deep, and around 12 inches high. The Foodi Flexbasket is unique in this roundup in that it's the only air fryer with dual zone capabilities. It has a 7-quart basket that can be divided into 2 3.5-quart zones. So you can go ahead and cook nuggets on one side and fries on the other side at the same time. Or you can remove the divider and cook a larger batch of something in the mega zone, which just sounds fun and impressive, right? Who doesn't want something with a mega zone? Now the actual basket dimensions with the cooking trays in place are approximately 3 inches deep, 13 inches wide with the optional divider down the middle, and about 8.5 inches long. The Ninja Foodi Flexbasket has presets to broil, fry, roast, bake, reheat, and dehydrate, and has a temperature range of 80 degrees to 450 degrees. Now, it comes with a 1-year limited warranty and retails for $179, but you can save 15% on your purchase with the discount code BBQLAB. Next, we have the Instant Vortex 6-quart Slim. It weighs about 14.5 pounds and has a footprint of about 12 inches high, 10 inches wide, and around 16 inches deep. The Instant Vortex Slim has presets to air fry, broil, bake, roast, and reheat with a temperature range of 180 degrees to 400 degrees. Now, the actual basket interior dimensions with the cooking tray in place are just under 4 inches deep by about 8 inches wide and 11 inches long. Now, Instant boasts that this is their #1 quietest air fryer, and our testing did confirm that. The Instant Vortex Slim also comes with a 1-year limited warranty and has a list price of just under $120. We'll take a look at the Cosori Pro 5-quart air fryer next, and it weighs 12 pounds with a footprint of 14 inches by 11 inches and 12 inches high. The Cosori has a temperature range of 170 degrees to 450 degrees with presets to cook steak, chicken, fries, frozen foods, seafood, veggies, and bacon, as well as preheat and keep warm. It also has a shake button that you can push before starting that will remind you to shake the basket halfway through cooking. The interior of the basket measures about 8.5 inches square and 4 inches deep with a crisper tray in place. Now, Cosori offers a 2-year limited warranty, which is a standout so far in this lineup. The Cosori Pro 5-quart retails for $99. The 5.5-quart Ninja Max XL is next, weighing in at just under 12 pounds. It has a footprint of approximately 11 inches wide by around 13 inches deep and just under 15 inches in height. The Ninja Max covers a temperature range of 105 degrees to 450 degrees with presets for max crisp, air fry, air roast, air broil, bake, reheat, and dehydrate. With the removable tray in place, the interior of the basket has a diameter of about 8 inches and a depth of just under 5 inches. Now, like the others, the Ninja Max XL also comes with a 1-year limited warranty and is typically priced between $159 and $169. Now, however, if you buy directly with Ninja, be sure to use the code BBQLAB for an extra 15% off your purchase. Next, we have the Nuwave Brio 7.25-quart air fryer. The Nuwave weighs around 14 pounds and has a footprint of about 13 inches deep by 11.5 inches wide and a height of nearly 14 inches. This Nuwave air fryer has 100 menu presets, the first 20 of which are visible right on the display, and the remaining are available in the accompanying literature. This particular model can cover a temperature range of 50 degrees to 400 degrees and also includes a meat probe and a probe port so you can know when your meat reaches its desired internal temperature. This was the only air fryer we've tested that included that feature, so we found that to be pretty unique here. Now, the interior of the basket measures around 4.5 inches deep by 9.5 inches wide and 10 inches long. It also includes a removable wire rack to allow for 2 separate layers of cooking. The Nuwave Brio has a 1-year limited warranty and retails for $99. Next up is the Chefman Turbofry XL, which has a capacity of 8 quarts. It weighs about 13 pounds and has a footprint of about 11 inches wide and nearly 13 inches deep with a height of about 13.5 inches. The Chefman has a temperature range of 200 to 400 degrees and offers 4 presets for fish, fries, chicken, and meat. Like the Cosori, it also has a shake button to remind you to flip or turn your food. The Chefman offers a 1-year limited warranty with a list price of $119. Last but certainly not least, we have the Typhur Dome, which had a lot to prove with the highest list price of $499. The dome weighs just over 20 pounds and has an unusual footprint of 15.5 inches wide and less than 10 inches of height. It has a temperature range of 105 degrees to 450 degrees with presets for fries, wings, steak, bacon, frozen, air fry, roast, broil, toast, and dehydrate. The interior dimensions of the basket are about 12.5 inches square and 2 inches deep. So, pizza, anyone? Now, this is the only air fryer in the lineup that can cook a 12-inch pizza, so that certainly is a unique advantage for Typhur if that's of interest to you. The Typhur Dome also comes with a 3-year warranty, which certainly stands out among the others. The question is if those two advantages alone are worth the extra large price tag. Now, every single one of these air fryer brands advertise that the baskets and inserts are dishwasher safe. While I believe that's true, not all baskets will comfortably fit in your dishwasher alongside any of your other dirty dishes. So if being able to fit the basket in your dishwasher rather than hand washing is a high priority for you, just keep that in mind. Now, there is one brand, however, that features a self-cleaning cycle. And based on the price range, you could probably guess that it's the Typhur. I don't know about you, but we cook a lot of foods in our air fryer that kick up a lot of grease. And it doesn't all stay contained to the basket that you can pull out to clean. It sprays up into the heating element and the fan, and I would suspect it has a negative effect on the longevity of an air fryer. However, through the Typhur app, you can run a self-clean or a deep self-clean cycle that will last between 1 and 2 hours and utilizes high heat to break down the buildup that's accumulated. Now, Typhur recommends running a self-cleaning cycle about once a month. So we're just about finished here, so let's talk about the Typhur Dome for a minute to ask ourselves whether the price tag matches the features. Now, the main standouts include the 3-year warranty, the ability to self-clean, and did we mention that it has an app? Now, to be honest, we didn't really use the app a whole lot, but it always surprised me when I got a notification on my watch and on my phone that the drawer was not placed back properly or that our food was ready. Now, the app also has a library of over 50 recipes that can be cooked in the Dome, including some I never would have thought to try, like French toast. Now, we will admit that the size and shape of the Dome comes with some pros and cons. Now, we love that we can cook food like bacon and pizza in this air fryer. However, I'm sure there are some taller foods that we could not cook in it as well. The Dome could replace our toaster since it can also accommodate 4 slices of bread to toast at a time. Now, for the most part, I think we've determined that the wide and shallow basket is mostly an advantage. However, it does annoy Melissa that she has to set the basket down beside the unit in order to work with the contents rather than just put it down in front of it because of the depth of the countertop. Ultimately, I suspect that the self-cleaning feature is probably the true game changer that could significantly extend the 2 to 3 year average lifespan of an air fryer. But what do you think? Do the extra Typhur features tempt you to stretch your air fryer budget a little bit further? Or are they extras that you don't especially care about? Leave us a comment down below and tell us what you think. So, final thoughts to sum it all up. The Typhur Dome is expensive, but if the price isn't an excluding factor for you, it is undoubtedly the best air fryer in the group, so we will call that our premium pick. However, if the price is a factor that you are considering, our overall favorite from the rest of the contenders was the Ninja Foodi Flexbasket. Over our last several years of air fryer ownership, there have been more times than we could count that our menu could have utilized multiple air fryers at once. So we really appreciate the fact that we can do 2-zone cooking with the option of 1 mega zone. Now, we like the size of it, and while it is wider than most of the others, it leaves plenty of usable counter space in front of the unit. Now, 2 of these units were priced right at $99, which was the lowest price of our selection. Out of those 2 air fryers, the Cosori Pro is our pick for best budget air fryer because of its ability to reach 450 degrees and the included 2-year warranty. Now, besides the air fryers themselves, there were 2 products that we want to remind you of that pair wonderfully with air fryers. The Grill Grate circular grill panel and the Meter 2 wireless thermometer. Now, be sure to check the description below for links and promo codes that you can use to find the best price on each of these items. Now, as you know, we're currently in the midst of the holiday season, so great sales are coming and going all of the time. And though we didn't specifically call out any of the current sale prices, there are really good ones going on right now. So be sure to check the links in the description where you can find the best prices. Also, any discount codes that we're aware of will be listed and updated there as well. Now, you know the drill by now. Everything that you might want or need is linked down in the description below. Make sure you check out our grilling gift guide as well while you're finishing up your holiday shopping this season. Now, any links of ours that you click help support our channel without costing you anything extra, and we're very grateful whenever you do. If you found this content helpful, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more great content just like this. I'm David from the Barbecue Lab. Behind the camera is Melissa, and I can't wait to see you next time.